Hey everyone, Papercut here with another casted game. Today we got two Conqueror 3s. We have a well-known content creator, Valdemar.
I have to blow my nose.
My wife's going to blow her nose. I'm going to pause for that while she does that. Wait, she's getting out the tissue. She's about to hit it and pause. Alright, she's clean. So my wife and I sit next to each other. We built this special little desk. We both work from home. And we sit right next to each other. So when I record these videos, she has to sit there and listen to it. So bless her heart. But anyway, we have Valdemar on Delhi. And we have White Choco on the English. He's a Japanese player. I mean, he's from Japan. That's what his AOE 4 profile says. He's also Conqueror 3. He's going early to the deer. This is an interesting move. You usually don't see English go for the deer like this early. I wonder if since he's expecting pressure from Delhi, if he's just trying to get the good food early to save sheep. So it definitely makes sense if he tries to do something like a fast castle and he tries to skip farms, then trying to get this food early would be really, really important. He's going to get any of the upgrades? Yes, and he's going to go immediately for survival techniques. For those of you who don't know, if you go deer early like this, so do an early boar, survival techniques is great to ensure that you are gathering that food a lot faster. Order the Dragon does this a lot. On the other side, Valdemar is, of course, just on the berries, as Delhi does, being a berry sieve. Now, Libany is a great map for Delhi because of all the berries. So many berries, they feast on them. Just around Valdemar, there's 2 berry packs up here. One behind his base, another one down here, another one over here. So it's just a lot of berries just on his side of the map. And that allows Delhi to be aggressive even for longer. A lot of times, Delhi's aggression is timed by how much food is on the map. And then they have to do like this farm transition through castle. That can be really tough for Delhi. But on maps like Lipany, where there's so much food, specifically in berries, which is one of their best food sources, they can just last a lot longer. So this is a matchup that is generally, I don't know, it feels Delhi favored. It used to be super, super Delhi favored. I enjoy Delhi myself, and I've noticed that English can be tough ever since the changes to the 2TC, ever since the 2TC meta came out for English. At the same time, though, the imp changes really in the recent patch really hurt English. They relied so much on infantry. And now that infantry bonus is gone, while the elephants are super good for Delhi. So I feel like this is a matchup where Delhi's a little favored in feudal, castle's a toss-up, and then imp, if Delhi can live, will win just with elephant spam. Valdemar going up the Dome of the Faith. We've seen that reemerge as well. Dome of the Faith is nice if you're kind of planning for this game to go longer. It almost feels like Tower of Victory is one where it's like I'm winning in feudal no matter what. But with Dome of the Faith providing those cheaper scholars, you want your research to be faster. This means you're kind of thinking, okay, one, you might want to be trying to grab the sacred sites and then quickly go to castle. You want to grab all 3 at the same time. You need many scholars for that. It also allows you, when you're hitting castle or imp, to get your research a lot faster. Getting your research faster will of course make your units better, and of course your eco better. And also a big part of the elephant spam is a lot of scholars to heal. So then that's another reason to go Dome of the Faith. With Dome of the Faith, you see kind of this often fast castle into grabbing all the relics, and then either going into keeps as another TCs, or just making a large army and pushing with your scholars. White Choco, on the other hand, excuse me, I just need a cough. He's aging up with the Abbey of Kings. Once again, to avoid his villagers moving too much, he's doing it over by the deer. Is he going on stone? No, he is not. He's staying 2 on gold. Actually, I like having these on villager number 7 on wood. This is just a 1 TC play with the white, with the white tower, with the Abbey of Kings. So he wants the king, which provides a knight and also provides healing out of combat, which is nice. So he's going to have that to heal, and then he's probably just going to go longbows and spearmen with that, if he wants to fight the Delhi player. Valdemar already has a second scholar, so he decided to, I think he decided to make his second scholar in the mosque first to get an early second scholar, but now he's making more in the dome. He's going to keep 2 on gold. He's 10 on wood, which has helped him get his first stable up, and he's back on the berries here with 4. A lot of sheep too. Not a bad sheep haul. 14 sheep, that's more than half. Very nice. already see barracks, and he's going to do barracks and stable. Interesting. No longbows at all, which is something Valdemar might not be expecting his scouts up north. He has not seen this opening yet. What's surprising at this, you generally don't see English go horsemen, because horsemen are so food heavy. As English, you're trying to get your farm set up, so it's better to go longbows and spearmen, which are just less food cost. But instead, he's going to go horsemen, and this also explains why he went on the deer so early. He's going to have a lot more food beyond the deer, and so maybe he wants to go this horseman spear, because he's expecting Ghazi archer. Valdemar getting on the first blacksmith. Remember, techs are free, they just take time. But so far, all he has is Ghazis. He's not put a scholar in there yet, I think mostly because he doesn't either, one, need faster Ghazis, or two, he doesn't really have the eco to make the Ghazis faster, so he'd rather have the scholars getting the research bonus. He sees he's on the food, so here come the Ghazis to disrupt him on the food. First spearman coming out to guard the food, so this will allow the villagers to stay on the food. King and horseman heading over to Valdemar's base. And Valdemar's going to quickly learn what his comp is, because he's going to see a spearman down here, and he's going to see a horseman here. They're going to run past each other. See you later. A spearman here. And the Ghazi, a single Ghazi is just not that threatening, like a knight would be. So he can just sit here and keep chasing it, and Valdemar can keep doing these pokes, but it's going to require a lot of APM from him. Second Ghazi coming to attack. King and horseman on the goal. Valdemar did not expect that. He's going to lose a Vil for his troubles. One Vil down. Now he's going to be dropping a barracks, and now Valdemar's 1-1-1. He has archery range, sable, and barracks. He has 5 scholars, so his research should be coming really fast now. Sealed arrow only takes just under 2 minutes. Ghazi's backing away because of the spearmen. He now has 4 spearmen. It's going to be hard to break with just Ghazis. Towering the gold. This looks like just a pure feudal play right now. Feudal v feudal. But let me tell you, the archer, the spearman horseman from English player is very, very interesting. Not something you'd really expect. And now he's getting that healing from being near the king and out of combat. Interesting use against the Delhi, because a high APM Delhi player will use his scholar to his advantage to heal his units. Oh, that scholar's gonna die here. Scholar's not long for the world. Oh, tanky. Oh, he got the health upgrade for the scholars already, but he's gonna hunt down that scholar with the horseman. He's done, and he's now gonna back out. And now both players are doing spearman horseman, though Valdemar is adding in archers, which over time that comp will do him better than just pure spear horseman, but it's going to be up to Valdemar to micro that well. Once again, we see the use of healing, and this is where, once again, the Dome of the Faith is huge, because in the Tower of Victory build, losing a scholar is massive. You only have 2. But with the Dome of the Faith, he has enough scholars to spare. He's going to take the fight here in the middle. We're going to see how this plays out. The spearmen here are doing pretty good damage against the Ghazis. The knight is standing strong. He has no spearmen on him. And Valdemar's going to back up. But this is still going pretty well for Valdemar, because most of White Coco's units were guarding his food, and now they're running up. The king just does so much work here without spearmen directly attacking him. And he's going to be able to take this. He's going to take this and another scholar down. And during this fight, Valdemar did take the Sacred Sound in the south, the White Choco setting a horseman down to decap that. And this is where Delhi starts to kind of sweat. Because if you don't take these sacred sites, that's a huge eco boost for you. Without them, you feel that lack of eco pop from not having the sacred sites, and you're worried that the English players over here dropping, farms, getting his eco set up. Now, White Choco is not. He's purposely not dropping farms. He's trying to avoid spending the wood on that. Instead, he's doing pure units. Notice this little move here from White Choco. He splits his cav and his infantry. His infantry is slow, but his cav is not. So he's going to split his cav north. Keep around the edges here. Make Valdemar scared to leave his base. Valdemar's starting to run low on sheep. He could start taking deer. He almost has professional scouts done. But he wants to make Valdemar scared to leave his base. On the other hand, he doesn't want his infantry to get caught out and die. So he's keeping them separate, closer to his base. Valdemar getting the archer numbers up, and that's going to be a big deal in the next fight. The amount of archers is going to really start swinging the fight. Valdemar has scholars in 2 buildings. He also has 5 production buildings total, and the unit numbers are really starting to climb well for Valdemar. So while White Choco won the first few engagements, just Delhi's pure ability to make units is going to make this really tough soon. Good spearman brace. Takes out a Ghazi Raider. The one thing going for White Choco is that if he gets a good enough engagement, he can get the horsemen on the archers, which is what he's trying to do here. You're gonna wonder if White Choco wants to start adding longbows. This has just been a back and forth battle this whole time. And Valdemar's units were not together. If all his units were here, this fight would have been easily won. You also wonder, would White Choco potentially start adding... Ooh, that was not a good move. I think he lost track of his horsemen. I think he lost 2 horsemen for basically nothing. That really hurts. But you wonder if White Choco wants to really potentially start adding men-at-arms, and this is starting to look bad. This is where the unit spam for the deli is going to start taking over. White Choco gets to back up, so Valdemar knows he can move on to resources. He's already gained the Scholar to the northern sacred site. So he's taking the center. And here's the issue with White Choco's... Oh, he even got the wall set up, so now White Choco's units are stuck. Uh-oh. This is a big deal. Oh, no. Oh, there's an opening still. Very crafty by Valdemar, but there's just one little opening left. And this is where, 1, the lack of longbows really hurts White Choco, and 2, this is where the lack of farms really hurts White Choco, because usually the English players are having farms getting set up, and that would be their main way of just outproducing the deli player. But farms have been nerfed, so I think he's less inclined to go farms. He's trying to overwhelm him with horsemen here. Is there enough spearmen here? Not really. There's only... Oh, there's 7 spearmen here. Never mind. That was just not a good fight for White Choco. White Choco's taken multiple fights that I just don't think are in his best interest. And now this is going to become very Valdemar leaning. For a few reasons. 1, he's going to get all 3 sacred sites, so his eco's going to start pumping. 2, he's now on the berries in the south. Just in time, too. If he wants, he can start making scouts and grabbing the deer. And his food's going to be secure for a very long time. White Choco now can't go out on other food resources because Valdemar's right at his base. Valdemar's diving. He knows he has way more units. He knows his unit count's just way higher, so he feels good just going in, diving, killing Vils. 2 Vils dead. Burns down the tower. White Choco now starting to get longbows, and he's fighting under TC, so his attack speed is faster. Valdemar does have all the military upgrades, and he doesn't have the melee defense. He's going to get that soon. White Choco really needs Iron Undermesh. Valdemar is still building Archer Mass. He needs Iron Undermesh. And that was a really good... I think Valdemar was a tad too greedy there. He did get 3 Vil kills, which is huge. White Choco also has apparently missed a Vil because he's down 5, but Valdemar killed 4. And he killed 1 of Valdemar, so he definitely missed making a Vil at some point. But that was... Valdemar lost more than I think he wanted to, honestly. Now, I don't think Valdemar's too worried. His production is faster. His eco's good. Let's see the eco per minute. His eco's way better right now than White Choco's. Valdemar's just going to keep adding production. I thought he might go castle here, actually. 600 gold. 800 food. I could see Valdemar rushing castle here and doing a nice castle timing push after he grabs relics. He's even walling up the sacred sites to make the decaps harder. Horsemen are here to decap, though. Valdemar could try to deny that. Valdemar's completely stopped making Ghazis. He's doing pure infantry now. And there's the House of Learning. Once again, a big change for the deli. House of Learning's provided a lot of new text that has caused it to be more popular. I like going to House of Learning now as deli myself. The elephant speed, the range improvement, the extra attack damage for men-at-arms and knights, all of those just very, very good. White Choco pushing back out. I think he senses that Valdemar's using this to age up. And White Choco's just nowhere near his own age up. That's the problem. Can't get the decap on the south. Can't get the decap on the north. Valdemar's still sitting on all 3 sacred sites. Trying to raid a horseman now. He catches Valdemar's Vils on berries. This is a good tip for you guys. If you're trying to raid... deli, yeah, it's berries, man. Just check the berries. Always on berries. White Choco's number's building. He's getting a lot of units out. Getting the longbow mass up. The problem is that the second Valdemar ages up, men-at-arms. He's gonna do men-at-arms. Only 1 Vil kill? Wow, the Vils were really pulled the shivs, man, but he did get a lot of Vils. That was a really good micro here from Valdemar to fight with his Vils but not lose any. And we're losing just 1. Gonna go with the Hone Blades first and then Hardy Rations. Increase the carrying capacity for Vils. That's a huge eco boost for Deli, by the way. Now he's fully on berries all over the place. One thing White Choco could try to do is push here and just push him off food resources and try to slow down his push via food. But here he has 5 men-at-arms out and 3 more in queue. That's the power of the scholars, man. Scholars in the production buildings. And that's another bonus to the Dome of the Faith. You can have so many scholars, the second hit castle, you're immediately just throwing units out there. And now White Choco has to run this just too many units. He's trying to rush castle right now. Units only has 4 on food. He's just trying to get all his vills on food and gold, and he's trying to rush castle. He needs the White Tower to live, honestly. Right now, he potentially fight this with just numbers, but Valdemar's a lot of units up. 10 of them are scholars. 10 of them are scholars, but he has 11 men-at-arms, and he's just going to try to men-at-arms spam. And during this, he's grabbing every relic on the map, so it's another huge eco boost. His eco is crazy right now. 3 sacred sites, and he's going to get a bunch of relics. This is looking really bad for White Choco, honestly. And he doesn't have the longbow mass to dent in those men-at-arms. Okay, he does have the resources to age up. He needs to drop that White Tower right now. He's doing King's Palace. Ah, la la. I do not know about that. I'm just going to take a little picture of his base here because this is what it's all about. The scholars in the production buildings. Oh, sorry about that. I am not as skilled with the UI. But doing King's Palace, I think and that's game. I mean, like, you needed a White Tower there. I think the thing White Choco was thinking about White Tower, I was going to lose. because I won't have the eco, so I need to get a second TC up. But just a great game by Valdemar, just showing the power of Delhi. Loses a couple engagements, but just overpowers him with pure numbers. Grinds his eco down. White Choco's decision to not do early farms, instead do deer, was interesting. But the eco problems, this really hurt. Look at the military. This all of a sudden, this eco pop from Valdemar, and then the military numbers, White Choco can keep up, and they took some bad engagements. And when you're against Delhi, the second you take one bad engagement, then they're just going to overwhelm you with units. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that cast. Hope you enjoyed that game. And good luck on your games. Thanks.